Hello everyone, welcome to story time, or should I say today, welcome to rhyme time. Today we'll be reading some poems from this book called My Mate Joe and Other Rhymes, and this was written by Tarbox, and if you remember we read his book The Willy Grews a few weeks ago. So he doesn't just write stories, he writes really funny, silly poems and rhymes. So we're going to read this today and I hope you really enjoy it. And the lovely drawings that I will show you throughout the book are done by Terry's niece, and her name is Wendy. So well done, Wendy, on all the fantastic drawings. So I hope you enjoy all the rhymes and the pictures that are inside. So we'll read a few of these today. Lily Brown. Lily Brown went into town to buy a bag of sweets. Her mum had sent her shopping, all looking nice and neat. But she fell into a puddle and spoiled her pretty dress. She looked down at her clothes and said, "Oh, what a soggy mess." Oh, poor Lily. She's, there, can you see her? Looking all lovely. Fell into a puddle. That's not good. I wonder, have any of you fallen into puddles? Because I know I like jumping in puddles, but thankfully I've never fallen over. Toby Doby's Wood. The rain was really pouring down in Toby Doby's wood. The weather for some days now had not been very good. The creatures that lived there sheltered 'neath the boughs. 3 squirrels, 5 hedgehogs, and half a dozen cows. They wondered when the rain would stop in Toby Doby's wood. They couldn't even go in search to find themselves some food. The hedgehogs had eaten all the slugs, the squirrels all the nuts. The cows were mooing ceaselessly 'cause all the grass had been cut. They could not wait until it grew, for they would surely starve. And one of them, called Daisy Bell, was just about to carve. They couldn't go for help because the rain was falling hard. They wished they hadn't left the safety of the farmer's yard. A cow said, "One of us must go for help." A hedgehog said, "Not me." None of the squirrels fancied it and legged it up a tree. Daisy Bell was now in trouble. The calf was coming at the double. Fearing for their bovine friend, the others gathered in a huddle. The expectant mum was very stressed and began to wander round. The others thought she needed peace, so didn't make a sound. They held their breaths and waited. It didn't look like fun. Then in a flash the calf was born. It came out with the sun. They gathered in the sunshine, so happy for their friend. It's funny how things turn out well, on that we can depend. They all went home back to the farm, so glad that fate was kind. Happy now because the little calf was following on behind. Now, the moral of the story is, well, there never was one really. The hedgehogs and the squirrels were wild animals quite clearly. This story happened in my head, though I was glad to tell it. They had no midwifery skills. They couldn't even spell it. So there's the lovely animals there, squirrel and hedgehog, and the cow and her little baby calf. Oh, how lovely. Oh, baby animals I think are so cute, don't you? When you get a little puppy or a kitten, they're so adorable. Oh, this is another one about an animal here. We've got a hairy dog called Knobbly Knees. A hairy dog called Knobbly Knees was running very fast. He ran even faster when he saw a cat go past. He was gaining on the pussycat and getting very close, but he ran into a lamppost and squashed his little nose. Oh, poor Knobbly Knees. Oh, silly thing. Oh, have you ever done that? Accidentally bumped into something because you were looking at something else? I did that. It was very embarrassing. I walked into a shop door once. I didn't even see that it was there, and I hit myself on the nose. That was very silly. Okay, Little Dora Dingbat. Little Dora Dingbat sat upon a rock. While she was sitting, she got a nasty shock. A big hairy spider landed on her head. She screamed a bit and ran a lot, then went back home to bed. Oh, there we go. There's Dora. Oh, I know I'd be like Dora if I saw a spider. I would scream. Well, I do scream if I see a spider. Don't like them at all, so I would run away and hide under the covers back in bed. Right, our next poem is called The Snapperdack. One sunny day in a faraway land, a family of pixies was waiting for the band. A grand parade was due to pass, and they were very pleased. But a nasty snapperdack came down and bit off all their knees. "Come back at once," they cried, "you horrid little thing." At first they couldn't chase it, 'cause snapperdacks have wings. The snapperdack then flew away, the knees held in its mouth. "We'll follow it," one pixie said. "I think it's heading south." The chase was very tiring. It seemed to have no end. The pixies walked stiff-legged, as their knees they couldn't bend. But the snapperdack had landed, which wasn't very smart. The pixies found him sitting on a pile of body parts. The pixies ran up to the bones and said, "Look, there are knees." One said to the snapperdack, "May we have them, please?" The snapperdack said, "No, you can't. I'm making a collection. I just need a donkey's hip bone, then I'll have a full selection." One pixie said, "Please return them now, as we did ask you politely. If you don't give us back our knees, we shall not take it lightly." The snapperdack then gave a hoot and snappered with his beak. The pixies soon decided that there wasn't time to speak. The monster made a grab for them and bit a pixie's toe. The pixies stood together and shouted out, "Oh no!" They cast a shower of pixie dust on the snapperdack that day, and it turned into a hamster and quickly ran away. Oh, I don't think I'd like to meet a snapperdack. Oh, the pixies aren't very happy, are they? Look at all that pile of bones there. Oh, I hope I don't meet a snapperdack. I need my knees, because I like going out for walks, and I don't think I'd walk very well if I didn't have any knees. Okay, now it's time for Little Simon Sleepy-Nose. Little Simon Sleepy-Nose was sitting on a swing. While he was swinging, he saw a funny thing. A hedgehog on a skateboard went scooting by. It slowed a bit and waved a bit and winked his little eye. Has anybody here seen a hedgehog on a skateboard? I don't think I have. I didn't think that hedgehogs knew how to ride a skateboard. Keep an eye out when you're at the swings, see if you can see any hedgehogs. And last one for today is Little Sidney Hairy Ears. Little Sidney Hairy Ears was looking for his mate. He said that he would meet him and thought he would be late. It was very cold outside. His feet were going numb. He ran across some slippery mud and fell down on his bum. Oh dear, poor Sidney. Oh, and poor little Lily at the beginning. Keep falling over. Oh, so I hope everybody's really careful today when they go out for their walks, or if you're playing in your gardens. Don't fall over, because you'll hurt yourself, but keep your eyes peeled for any hedgehogs riding skateboards, or squirrels or spiders, because we don't want them landing on our heads, do we? So that was quite fun, wasn't it? And we'll be back tomorrow with more rhymes from My Mate Joe by Terry Tarbox. I'll see you all then. Oh, 2 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be back here. See you later. Bye-bye.